Hey guys, before this video starts, I just want to say that yes, I did see this movie. I'm not just crapping on something. And yes, this is late because I didn't see it the day it came out. Cause why not? And also I went with a couple friends and they want to see it. And so yeah, enjoy. Yo, what is up, you guys? This is Boss Boy, the Wind King here, and welcome to Boss Reviews, where we talk about movies, video games, and whatever heck I want to talk about. And today I'm reviewing the third installment of this of Illumination Entertainment's greatest franchise they ever made, which I feel like that's the only greatest franchise they ever made. I don't know if they're gonna make Secret Life of Pets 2 or Sing 2. Both of those movies I like, just saying. And and this movie is called Despicable Me 3. Yep, it's the third installment of the Despicable Me trilogy. I don't even know if I should count Minions, because for some reason Minions for me was it was still enjoyable, but wasn't enough. Cause I don't know, I feel like they didn't tell that much of the Minions backstory in that movie. And so yeah, going into this movie, I had little low expectations. I thought like I was basically expecting to be like same colorful, like over the top action and over the top jokes and stuff. But after watching this movie, I gotta say this is actually like the first two movies, actually pretty okay. Now I'm not saying, well, I didn't say that I was perfect or something, but what I'm gonna say is that man. And also before I went to see this movie, I keep hearing that, oh, it got 61% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it got like a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, and I was like, the heck do I care about Rotten Tomatoes? Man, I just want to go see it. Then after seeing it, I was like, the heck's the heck coming from? Not that it was perfect or anything, but just saying. And so yeah, first let's get into the plot. And before we get into the plot, just want to, we have a little special guest. It's a minion. Yep, he's here with us. Da da da. Yep. And before we get into the plot, I do have a minion toy, which I'm a little fanboy of these, because I don't know where the hate's coming from for these little creatures. But yeah, so the plot is, well, actually, you want me to say it? Okay, I'll say it. So the plot in this movie is basically Gru, played by Steve Carell, and Lucy, played by Kristen Wiig, or as I like to call her, the worst part of Ghostbusters 2016, are after this guy named Balthazar Brat, who that is voiced by the creator of South Park and everything about South Park, Trey Parker. Who they're basically going after. Who this bad guy is basically the bad guy because for being rejected in Hollywood as he soon got older, and which first of all, I gotta say, for the villain in this movie, I think it was okay. It's just like nothing bad about that guy. It's just that whenever I hear his voice, all I hear is Stan's dad from from South Park, in which I already said that he's the guy behind South Park, and he voices all the characters, and he also voiced little Balthazar Brat, in which he almost, when little Balthazar Brat talks, he almost sounds like Eric Cartman. Yeah, both Stan's dad and Eric Cartman are here. And yeah, and when that's going on, getting back to the plot, and now when that's going on there, Gru meets his long lost brother named Drew, which is also voiced by Steve Carell. And while that's happening, and while that's happening, Gru is getting fired from his anti-villain whatever, for a new boss. And it's just, I don't know, it's just that For me, I'm trying to sum up the plot, but plot's kind of little. I don't know. There's some subplots in here, but I don't know. It's just I and I figured out why this is the main issue of this movie. It's just the plot, and man, it's just like the little plot in this. Well, there's so many subplots, but I don't think it's that many. Like, I don't think it bothered me that much and stuff. You know, yeah, there was a subplot of Margot, voiced by Mariah Cosgrove, getting a crush on, well, like having some little kid being crushed on and stuff, and yeah, and also the little girl that says he's so fluffy, he's gonna die. Yeah, she tries to find an actual unicorn in the movie. No joke. Oh yeah, speaking of her pet unicorn toy that was marketed a whole lot aside from these. Yeah, that unicorn she has not in the movie. Sorry, man. She's not really in the movie. But all I gotta say, the goat that she found, I feel like that's a good replacement for that unicorn. And yeah, that sums up the plot. And now on to my favorite characters in this movie, in which my favorite character in the movie has to go with the villain Balthazar Brad, because you know he's kind of interesting. He you understand why he's a bad guy, in which he's an okay bad guy, by the way, and also Drew was a very good character. Like I could see. I don't know. I can see why he wants to be a bad guy, because believe it or not, in spoilers, this is also a spoilers review. Believe it or not, both Gru and Drew's dad was a real villain, and that's why Gru was the villain in the first Despicable Me, and then basically Drew is basically like imagine if Gru was was all happy and stuff. Yeah, that's Drew. That's all I have to say. And yeah, that's all. That's like my favorite, two of my favorite characters, and also Gru. He was also great, and also pretty cool. And yeah, those were the three favorite characters I like. The villain Balthazar Brat, Drew, and Gru. On to favorite scene, man. Favorite scene was man. Every time I know like a lot of people are gonna go into this and saying, oh we're gonna see a whole lot of these in the movie. Well, actually the minions only appear like in 2 or 3 scenes, and that's it. And I'm glad that it focused, like the only thing I'm glad that is focused more on the human characters instead of these plushy things or these things that make the internet go rage. And yeah, every scene they're at, they made me laugh. Like the scene where they're in prison and stuff. Man, they were ruling that prison, bro. And also the other scene that I liked was after the intro where Gru and Lucy were stopping Balthazar Brat from taking the boat to outer space. After that. After that, they were in the beach DJing. Yeah, and yeah, what else? What other scene did I like? What other scene? Oh yeah, the scene where Gru and Drew are trying to retrieve the diamond from Balthazar Brat on this island, and man. That was pretty good. And yeah, onto the animation. Man, the animation pretty okay. Pretty like, it's also pretty like a little pace. Like it's pretty. I don't know, but also the settings are that this movie takes place, like any setting looks absolutely like. It looks kind of like a little cheap, but like it does work out with these little characters. And yeah, overall, what else? Okay, I got to admit, I have to admit something. Man, I gotta admit, I missed that little unicorn that the little girl had. But man, that little goat that she found was a pretty good replacement. And man, but the only here's the another one issue is that when when Gru and Lucy got the diamond from at the end when they got the diamond from Balthazar Brat, you think they would show of them getting their jobs back, but yeah, they never show them getting their jobs back. Plus I feel plus it leaves in a in a cliffhanger of Drew becoming a bad guy and stuff, and setting up another sequel. Really, man, just only one little scene that they could have shown. Really, and the only thing they shown is just a setup for another sequel. In which the next sequel, Despicable Me 4, yes, Drew is the freaking bad guy. But overall, I pretty much enjoyed watching this movie. I think a lot of kids are gonna like it, and a lot of parents. Even though there's gonna be a lot of parents that are gonna be like, "Oh, these little things again, these little things again." Ah, hope that becomes a thumbnail because I create my thumbnails randomly. And yeah, and yeah. Overall, everyone's gonna enjoy it. Don't listen to any of the critics like giving this like a 62, which 62 is not a bad rating, but you wish it would have been higher stuff like 70 or something. But yeah, and also watch out for. There's also a bit of like a little bit of dirty jokes and stuff. There was one scene where like in the movie where one guy was about to almost say a bad word, and yeah, I think parents are gonna enjoy this too. I bet everyone, especially Minion fans who 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 love or hate these characters on the internet, and your grandma's favorite meme, are really gonna enjoy this movie. Overall, I give this a 7 out of 10. Even though it's not it's not a perfect movie, it's still not a bad movie. Plus, you could really enjoy it aside from just I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, 7 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, and as always, comment down below and let me know what you want to see next. And as always, if you like what you see and you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. And as always, comment. And as always, if you like what you see, and if you like, man, I already said it. This is BossBoyTheWinKing here. Bye, peace, and bye.